Hello Pisces, welcome back. This is your monthly reading for October 2025. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign, depending what you resonate best with. Let's have a look at your October messages. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. And remember, Pisces, these are general readings. If you'd like insights into your own personal situation, you can contact me via the links below. Pisces. Also, if you're interested in learning tarot, you can head over to Alkemystica, where we share esoteric knowledge and courses on learning tarot. The information will be in the links below. Pisces. So we are going to have a look and see what messages come through for you. Then we'll have a look at money and finances, love and relationships, health, obstacles, blocks, or challenges, and overall message for October 2025. Pisces. Show me the messages for Pisces. Pisces. October 2025. Pisces. October 2025. Okay, let's have a look at these messages. Pisces, I'm seeing some pretty good energy here for October. I'm seeing a new beginning, definitely a new beginning. And I feel you're focused on something new, some new opportunity, some new possibility. You're focused on the future. You're looking towards the future. There's some kind of vision. I'm seeing a vision that you have, something that you're clear that you want to do, and something that you want to manifest, Pisces, something that you want to start to bring into manifestation. You're taking initial steps to start to do this, Pisces, and I feel this is going to be something long-term. I'm picking up a long-term vision. Something that you're just now at the baby steps. You're at the beginning stages of whatever this is. And it's something that you want to start to realize. You want to make it concrete. You want to build some kind of foundation. And you're putting your ideas into place. You're putting the plan into place. You're starting to grow. You're starting to expand with whatever this is. This idea that you have is starting to expand. And it's something brand new, Pisces. For some of you, I'm specifically picking up there could be something with higher learning. For some of you, this could be a new course of study, a new career path for some of you. This could be something with some kind of academic center or a university or higher learning or a college, something in which you need to gain more wisdom. You need more information. So this could be some kind of new course of study, Pisces. And the only thing that I am seeing is there could be some challenge here. I'm seeing a challenge in this could be communication, this could be thought, this could be being too egotistical. I'm picking up something with being too egotistical or possibly being overzealous or boastful, egotistical. Because I'm seeing that everything is on par to start something completely new. There's a new idea. There's a vision that you have, a long-term vision. There's the possibility here for starting something. You're just starting to take baby steps. You're starting to materialize whatever this is. And it's something that could have to do with learning, higher learning. But this Five of Swords is dampening some of this energy. So I'm getting some kind of warning here that whatever this is, to just pay attention to what it is that you're saying, what it is that you're communicating externally, communicating to other people, that you're not being overly egotistical or not being in a situation in which you think that you know it all, or are not being too aggressive or too assertive with your words. And there's some saying that's coming up, Pisces. We have a lot of very positive energy here, but the same kind of analogy comes to mind that it only takes one rotten apple to ruin an entire batch of apples. And essentially that is the energy that's happening here. We have a lot of positive energy, a lot of nice, bright, positive energy, new beginnings, a lot of abundance and success that could come out of this. But we have some darker energy that's dampening some of this brighter energy, in the same way that that it only takes one rotten apple to ruin an entire batch of apples, for example. So do pay attention to this challenging energy. Again, this could be communication. This could be being too boastful, too egotistical, thinking that you may know everything, when in essence, it's impossible to know everything. So to remain humble and try to avoid saying things to hurt others. Pisces. Let's have a look at money and finances. Okay, money and finances. Definitely there's some idea that you have about money, some new idea when it comes to money or finances, or some kind of communication here. You need to communicate something. Pisces, I'm also getting in money and finances if you're dealing with anything with money, to get it in writing. This is going to be very important, to get something in writing when it comes to finances. If for some of you, you're dealing with long-term investments, and there's some kind of investment that you want to buy into, some company you want to buy into or something, get this in writing. This could also be getting crystal clear on whatever your finances are. I'm seeing a lot of clarity here, especially with the Sun, Ace of Swords. Some situation in which there is clarity. You're cutting through any confusion that you had previously, and now you know exactly what it is that you need to do. This idea is crystal clear about what you want to do with money. And coming back here, we essentially have two aces of swords. So this is definitely going to be something in which you may need to communicate something financially, or there's some new idea that you have about something financial, or that anything that you have to do when it comes to long-term money should be put into writing. Pisces. Love and relationships. So in relationships, Pisces, I'm seeing that in relationships, communication is going to be important. There's something with communication, something in which communication is going to be the basis for a relationship in October. There's something that you may need to communicate to someone, or someone may need to communicate something to you, but it's going to be important. Again, coming back here, to also pay attention to not being too assertive with someone. And again, this goes for romantic or platonic relationships. Relationships in general, communication is going to be important. Making sure to not be over boastful or having too much pride or being too egotistical. Making sure to remain humble in any situation and communicate thoughts and ideas clearly. I'm picking up clear communication. To be direct. If you need to say something to someone, be direct, but be humble. Avoid being direct in an abusive way. Again, communicate clearly and effectively. If there is, again, going back to something with finances, make sure to get this in writing. Make sure to get anything in writing that you need to do in October. This is going to be important. If there's something that has to do with higher learning, studies, some organization, some higher learning organization, to get this in writing, do something in writing, especially if there's contracts or legal forms involved. And again, if there's something that needs to be said, make sure that you communicate clearly and effectively. Pisces, I'm also seeing in general, there's a lack of emotions in October. So remember that as you communicate, to share your thoughts, but again, coming back here, remember that people have emotions. So make sure to be careful with your words, to not come off too strong or too aggressive with your words. Pisces. Health. Okay, health-wise, Pisces, there could be something that you're looking to improve. Something you want to improve. I'm also picking up a lot of mental health. There could be, I'm picking up a lot of air energy here. So there's definitely something with the mind, something with words, something with communication, something with excess thought. There could be a situation in health in which you may want to leave excess baggage behind, and this could be excess thoughts. But there's something that you're trying to improve, something that you're trying to make better health-wise. And if you are currently dealing with something health-wise, I feel it's going to be improving in October. So anything, possibly even something that needs to come to light, something that needs to be brought to your attention or is brought to your attention. Pisces, for a very small group of you, I'm picking up another message that there could be something with anger, when it comes to health, something that needs to be brought to your attention could be something with anger. Ask yourself, if you're in this situation, if you have bouts of anger every now and again, or if sometimes you're triggered by things that people say to you, or questions that people may ask you. Ask yourself this question if you're in this situation. Ask yourself, am I being triggered by someone? Am I being triggered by someone saying something to me? Because I'm picking up that we're essentially shedding light on this situation here. So something needs to be brought out into the open, and it's this challenge here with communication. So again, if you're in this situation, ask yourself this question, because I feel in health, this could be a situation that needs to be left behind. Some kind of anger, some kind of being triggered when people say things to you. This situation may need to be left behind. It may need to be improved, so to speak. If you're having some issues with anger or anger management or bouts of rage or feeling triggered sometimes, Pisces. Let's have a look at obstacle, block, or challenge. Okay, gossip. Pisces, there's a challenge surrounding gossip. This could come back to what might be triggering you. If people are talking, if they're talking behind your back, or Pisces, pay attention also if you're talking behind people's backs. Remember, there's some old saying that if you don't have anything nice to say, to not say anything at all. And that includes to other people. We want to pump people up, not put people down. So pay attention to if you're talking about people or if people are talking behind your back, something with gossip, something that could be a possible trigger if you're in this situation. So definitely some kind of challenges regarding gossip. Overall message. This is very interesting. Magic hides in unlikely places. So this is kind of an overall message for October. Pisces, things could happen when and where you least expect it to happen. So overall, in October, again, there's some new beginning here, some new plan, some new beginning, some kind of long-term vision that you have, some kind of long-term plan that you're wanting to grow, wanting to expand on. For some of you, this could be higher learning. For some of you, this could be some information that you need. For some of you, this could also have something to do, again, going back to higher learning, could be with teaching or some teacher. Do pay attention to words, pay attention to communication. Again, coming back here, when dealing with people, pay attention to how you're speaking with that person or what kind of things you're saying. Pay attention to your words. Pay attention to challenges with gossip. And in health, again, there's something that you may need to leave behind. It could have something to do with this anger or with being, again, overly egotistical, quite possibly, or having too much pride or being too aggressive with your words in a situation. And in general, there's some kind of lack of emotion. So do pay attention if you're dealing with individuals that may be overly sensitive, that may be highly sensitive. Pay attention to your words, especially when it comes to relationships. Keeping in mind that magic hides in unlikely places. So stay focused on something in which a situation could be magical. You never know when or where something very positive might happen, Pisces. So those are your messages for October 2025. Do let me know if you have questions or comments in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. Don't forget to like this video and check the links below for additional readings or personal readings, and have a good week.